Welcome to the 2-minute Joseph. God's salvation story tells how God carried out his plan step by step to bring exiled humans back into his presence. There are three themes in God's salvation story: God's promise to bring humanity back to the place, to dwell in his presence through the Messiah, Eve's seed. God had promised Abraham that his descendants would be a great nation, but they were still just a family of 12 brothers. God sent Joseph to prepare the way for his brothers and their families to move to Egypt. Before God sent him to Egypt, God gave him two dreams as promises that Joseph in the end would rule over his brothers. Although they did not realize it, Joseph's brothers fulfilled God's plan by selling Joseph into slavery. For 13 long years, Joseph lived first as a slave, then as a prisoner. In every situation, Joseph always was the best he could be. The best slave, the best prisoner. He never lost hope in God's promises. By a miracle, God raised Joseph to become the second most important person in all Egypt. God sent his brothers to Egypt for food. Joseph brought them to live in Egypt. God saved Eve's seed from starvation by bringing Jacob's family to Egypt, and there they multiplied greatly. So God's salvation story tells how God carried out his plan step by step to bring exiled humans back into his presence. In this story, we only see the theme of the seed. The Hebrews had moved far away from the place. There was no experience of God's presence, but God preserved them through Joseph. He preserved the Messiah, Eve's seed.